Welcome, everyone. Hello. Welcome to Thoughtful Thursday. I'm miracle-minded life coach JJ Joshua at jjforinsight.com. Today, I'm going to share an incredible tool that only takes 30 seconds to change your life, to change your brain chemistry, and to change your experience of living altogether. I want to acknowledge and attribute this to this amazing book, Hardwiring Happiness. Isn't that just a great title? By Rick Hanson. And it's the new brain science of contentment, calm, confidence, and I'm going to add to that compassion. Thank you, Rick Hanson, for writing this book. He also is a best-selling author of Buddhist Brain. So we're talking neuroscience today. And we're going to simplify the neuroscience into why we tend to be what's called negatively biased. And that is because the brain is hardwired to look for what's wrong and bad, potentially threatening. And on page 27, I read this phrase, it just blew my mind, that our brains are hardwired like Velcro for negative experiences, anything that seems threatening. It'll latch onto it, hold on to it, remember it. But our brains are hardwired for good, like Teflon. It just flows right off of our brain when the good experiences happen. And we can change that in literally 30 seconds. It's called growing the good and increasing your capacity for good. I once went to a seminar where I had the privilege of watching Marianne Williamson speak. The first thing she said was, how much good can you handle? That was a stunning question. And of course, I can handle all kinds of good, but that's not what the field of positive psychology teaches us. That people literally have a happiness quota. And no matter how their circumstances change, they don't get much happier than that. But our friend, Rick Hanson, is saying we can change that in 30 seconds. And it's called growing the good. So if our brains are wired like Velcro for the bad and Teflon for the good, how do we get the good stuff to stick? And it's called a 3-step process, just growing your good, which, by the way, grows your light within you, your higher self, your exalted self. When we look at the good, we grow on many, many levels. But evidently, because the way our brains were wired for survival, we have to actually work at wiring the good. But you're not here to survive. All of us here choosing to have an empowered, enriched, meaningful health, wealth, and happiness life. We're not just here to survive, but that survival mechanism absolutely is working quite well because there's 80 billion people here on this planet surviving. Today, we're going to take it up a level from surviving to thriving with just this simple act. All he asks us, the brain science says that if you will focus for 30 seconds, even 10 seconds, on an experience of good, then it grows good in your brain, it grows neural capacity for good, and it affects your whole body. So there's 3 steps, very simple steps. The first one is notice, I'm having a positive experience. I'm going to grow this. First, grow it. Intend to grow that good. And hold it. Hold the thought of it, the experience of it for at least 10 seconds. More would be better. Now, the second step is called enriching it. Enriching it is trying to really feel it. Where did it land on your body? How's your face feel? What's the expression on your face? Feel it, integrate it, invite it into your body, and keep focusing on this beautiful, good experience you just had. And the third one is absorbing it. And that is taking it even deeper into your body. Where do you notice it in your body? And let it kind of filter in. He suggests thinking of it like filters of sand, happy sand particles dancing through your brain, or a jewel of a beautiful, precious jewel that's landing in your heart that will always benefit your heart. When we grow our good, we grow our capacity for good. And it's just that simple. I had an experience of that just yesterday. I was at my doctor's office for my annual wellness exam. There's about 9 of us in the waiting room, and the door opened, and what appeared to be a mother, a grandmother, and about a 3-year-old little girl came into the waiting room crying, and the little girl was gasping for air, and her face was all red. And they went right to the desk and said, "We need help, we need help." it's too far away to go to urgent care. Can someone here help us? And they said, well, all of our doctors their appointments are filled for today. And this older gentleman stood up and he says, no, they're not. I'll forfeit my step. Please get them in right now. I can come back another time. Oh, the kindness of the universe just washed through me. And of course, in a very few minutes, that little family was escorted back and the gentleman just quietly left the waiting room. I wanted to give him a standing ovation, but I was literally so moved, emotionally moved and grateful that I could witness that human kindness, the generosity of spirit, the quickness of mind, everything that he was and did to solve that problem. We have no idea what the benefits to that little family might be. So then it's my turn to go in and wait for the doctor. And while I was there, I was noticing this beautiful moment that I had witnessed sublime human kindness. And in today's warring world, it was like an oasis for me to just put my mind on that beautiful act of kindness. And then I enriched it by letting it feel it in my body. I felt it in my eyes, that my eyes were tearing up a little bit. My heart was just wide open, experiencing that moment of good. And then absorbing it, letting it sink into my body. And so I had to wait for the doctor for, a good 10 minutes. I spent the whole time being with that moment. It's really that simple. So please set a daily intention that you're going to soak in your good and you're going to soak in your good. We have a lot of good things that happen every day, but you know how that is? You have a great day, you have running water, you have everything you need, and then one snarky comment or one, traffic thing, and all of a sudden your whole day goes right down to the victimhood. Well, that's the brain, hardwired for Velcro, and it's trying to make sure that you survive past this. So we thank our brains for that, and now you can choose differently. All this neuroscience, I've read many books on neuroscience and lots online. All of it boils down, really, to one thing. This incredible, powerful, wise parable, a teaching parable that's attributed to the Cherokee peoples. And it's about the dark wolf and the light wolf. You've probably heard this. But it really all gets down to that. All personal growth, all change gets down to which wolf are you feeding, the dark wolf or the light wolf? And if you go to my website, jj4insight.com, and you go to the resources tab, there's a whole lot of things there. I think there's 14 or 17 PDFs for free. But down at the bottom, you'll see the two wolves teaching parable. And in that parable is a little seminar on one page of how we unconsciously feed the dark wolf and how we can consciously feed the light wolf. And now we're going to add to that Rick Hanson's technique for hardwiring happiness. It's right there. Also, if you want to go to my website and get your free gift on how to transcend emotional triggers, that's on the bottom of every one of my pages, free gift on a 4-page video, a 4-page handout, and 2 videos. Lots of information on my website to help us shift from the Velcro to bad and wrong to letting the good grow in your mind. It's simple, it's easy, and time is not an issue. The more you focus on it, the deeper it will come into your body. I want to thank you all so much for stopping in today and wishing you the very, very best. Ta-ta for now.